What's up, guys? It's your boy Blackrue back with another video. Um, Back here on the Gentleman of Crypto. Before we get started, cue Indigo Saint.
Let's get it. Indigo Saint in the building. Blackrue investing. Let's go.
Who's this producer? Best believe I was Blackrue investing. With your money, you ain't gotta be guessing. Profits is what we manifesting. So we binge on that Blackrue investing. Best believe I was Blackrue investing. Got course in this race, we ain't resting. We got stocks, we got crypto with a blessing. So thank God for that Blackrue investing. Best believe I was Blackrue investing.
My man Indigo. All right, y'all. So let me bring this up so I can see the comments. Blackrue investing. Let's go. Okay. All right. So this is up. It's live. I can see comments. So let's get into it. So I've been hearing Biden stress for the last past a whole bunch of stuff on climate change and now, despite what you guys think about what you might think about climate change, and one of these days we need to have an adult conversation about that on Rockfin. By the way, definitely come over here, okay, and check me out here on Rockfin. A lot of you guys have come over. I can see there's like over 223 followers, so thank you guys for that. But over here, we talk a little bit more ancient knowledge over here. So, we definitely kind of need to get into the climate change stuff over here as well. And we can talk where we're not really censored over here. But, we can have a nice little censored conversation today. Let's see who's over here. Okay, nobody yet. But all right, we'll probably have some time to go into some questions. So get those ready if you're listening, guys. But let's get into it here. So this is a fact sheet from the White House. This is dated July 20th, 2022. President Biden's executive action on climate to adjust extreme heat and boost offshore wind. So basically, Biden announced a set of executive actions to turn climate change crisis into an opportunity, sure, by creating good paying jobs in clean energy and lowering costs for families. Okay, so it says the president will make announcements at a former coal fired plant in Brayton Point, Massachusetts, that will host a cable manufacturing facility to support flourishing offshore wind. Okay. Um, President Biden's new executive actions include protect communities from extreme heat and dangerous climate impacts. Federal Emergency Management Agency (FEMA) is announcing 2.3 billion in funding for benefiting resilient infrastructure and communities (BRIC) program for fiscal year 2022, the largest brick investment in history. So you can see here Biden's putting a whole bunch of money into climate impacts, climate change, green energy, and you know they don't say it here, but carbon footprints and stuff like that, right? So how can we take advantage of this in the crypto world? Because there are already a few different cryptos addressing this, right? Um, so that's one briefing there. The next briefing here, let's see. Okay, and this is a more recent one. September 8th, 2022, Biden-Harris administration launches new climate change portal to help communities navigate climate change impacts. And so if you guys aren't really been aware of what's been going on, but here this goes into a little bit of it. Um, Americans are feeling the intensifying impacts of the climate crisis from extreme heat across the country, including the dangerous heat dome gripping California this week, record-breaking floods across the South and Midwest, Western drought straining the water supplies that millions depend on, and more wildfires threatening communities. Last year, the 20 largest climate related disasters alone took hundreds of lives. This caused untold hardships and racked up more than 150 billion in damages. Okay, so of course, this is a reason that they're going to push, lowering your carbon footprint, right? Um, and they're going to say that this climate change is probably due to us having too much of a carbon footprint. Okay, so there are cryptos that are coming around to address this. Let me see if we got any questions from the crowd over there. Okay, not any right now. So let me move on over here. So I guess the top one that we'd be looking at in this area is Energy Web Token. Okay, and the reason why this is the top one before we get into it is because these guys were mentioned by BlackRock. Okay, for a decarbonization project. Okay, so Energy Web Token jumps 25% after BlackRock gives decarbonization project a shout out. Okay, and this was August 11th, so last month, 2022. If we go take a look, the release detailed BlackRock's plans to create a spot Bitcoin private trust. So they're gonna create a Bitcoin ETF. They've already created it. Institutional investors before praising Energy Web's potential to introduce less environmentally damaging, excuse me, Bitcoin mining strategies. Energy Web is a nonprofit that builds operating systems for energy grids. So this will get into, again, reducing a carbon imprint, right? So if we go, before we go take a look at their website, if we go take a look at what I like about them is they have a low supply. I think it's at like 100 million. Right now, they're about at like 30 million, according to Coin Market Cap. So, according to Coin Market Cap, they're about 30 million right now. But the max supply is 100 million. So, that's really, really, really low supply. And it's sitting at about $4 now, down from the blue pumps that it's been having. And this probably has to do with Bitcoin going back under 20K. Just like I told you guys in a live stream, if you guys didn't check out my last live stream, and by the way, come on over to the channel, darkhorsewatcher.com. You're led directly straight to my YouTube channel where you can like and subscribe. But definitely check out the last live stream. We knew that this Bitcoin rally was fake. It only had to do with the Ethereum merge, and then just like I said in that video before the merge, it's gonna go up till the merge, and then after the merge, it go right back down, and that's exactly what happened here. If we go take a look at it right quick, I know we're jumping around a little bit, but if we go take a look at it really quickly, we can see it's back under 20 after popping up real quick for the merge, and as soon as the merge was announced, went straight down. And yeah, that's what we expected. So yeah, let's go back to Energy Web. So again, all of this we're trying to get ready for the next Bitcoin halving, right? Next Bitcoin halving is the beginning of the first or second quarter of 2024. So we want to get ready for that. I know it's 18 months off, but before we know it, boom, it'll be here. But the way we just got through looking at it, right? The way Biden is focusing on climate change, July 20th here, So that's 2 months ago, September 8th. Here, these these um these zero carbon cryptos, they might even see a little bit of a pump sooner than that. Who knows? Either way, we're prepared for either if it gets pumped like soon, or if it gets a pump, next halving. We're just building our bags here, right? Too bad not grab any at this point, but it might just make it down to this point again. At this at this point, we'd be dollar cost averaging. So at $4, what was its high? Its high was a little bit over $20. So if it makes it back to its high, which I think things will when it comes to the next bull run, that's at least a 5x for us, right? Over a 5x. 5 times 4 is 20, so over a 5x for us. So let's take a look a little bit at their site. We got the very occult star here. I don't know if you guys can see that. We got the very occult six-pointed star inside of a polygon. So this is why we need to have conversations on Rockfin, y'all. Um, inside of another polygon. But anyway, so energy, decarbonization, assets, decentralization, users, and digitalization. Woo. Um, so their their mission is to accelerate decarbonization of the global economy. Um, I just always laugh when I hear this whole decarbonization thing because I've heard it said once where it was like if you put all the people in Australia, like we could all have like an acre of land, like all the people in the world or something like that, or we could all fit in Texas or something like that. So it's crazy when you hear like overpopulation and decarbonization when there are things like Nikola Tesla worked on like free energy back in the day, but let's not. I don't want to get into too much here on YouTube, but anyway, we can see that decarbonization and lowering our footprint and climate change, like that's an issue that people want to focus on. So as as investors, that's something that we can take advantage of, right? So to do so, we deploy digital operating systems for energy grids with our global community of more than 100 energy market participants. These systems make it simple, secure, and efficient for clean energy assets to support the grid of the future. And I know here there was a power outage in Arizona, not where I'm at, but I know one lady my sister listens to on YouTube who does like I think she does like farming and stuff like that here in Arizona. But anyway, her power was out, so like there's definitely like a things that we could do to hopefully improve the energy grids. And again, like since this is a focus, this is something we want to pop on as an investing community because where there's demand and supply, we got to hop on that. So they talk about a couple things here like EW0, an open source tool for purchasing renewables and carbon removal. Um, e-mobility dashboard, platform for the exchange of trusted data and services between electric vehicles, charging stations, and grid operators. Which reminds me of something like definitely we need to go over like kind of stocks in this area as well. Um, One thing I was looking up, California says that they want to move to 100% zero emission vehicle sales by 2035. So maybe there's a crypto way that we can take advantage of that. But I know that there's a stock way when we talk about like stocks like Tesla, we talk about stocks like Lucid Motors, we talk about stocks like Hyliion, where they're doing like kind of like hybrid 18 wheelers with stock Hyliion. But that's another conversation, but that's something that we can you guys can be on the lookout for the channel, for my channel, and for the Gentleman of Crypto. Let me see if we got any guys out here and any questions. Maybe I'm not live. I'm not live. Let me see. Okay. So no questions yet. So we'll just be moving on here. Where were we? Okay. Energy Web. That's where we are. Okay. So um, we do have a couple crypto companies are publicly traded that are into this too. Like the company, well, we'll get into it just a little bit since there are no questions. Um, Clean Spark. I really should do this with Benzinga Pro, but since my internet's kind of shoddy, I'm just gonna do it with Yahoo Finance, which is not even the best type of system you can use for this. If we go look at CleanSpark, these guys sell microgrids, and microgrids are something like if you weren't on a power grid, a main power grid, if you like had your house in the middle of nowhere, California, right? You can pay CleanSpark to come out there, give you a little microgrid, and you can power your house off of solar and their microgrid. But one of the things that they also do, they use these microgrids to efficiently mine Bitcoin. Now, if you guys check me out on Benzinga, we did kind of a show where we were talking about this. We went over a couple Bitcoin miners, and this company is one of the most efficient at mining Bitcoin because they use that whole microgrid technology. You can almost think about microgrids, of course, like a mini grid, but on top of that, it also optimizes the way that you use your energy. So it's going to make sure that the most energy goes to the battery and the most least energy gets used whenever you're using it from whatever generator or whatever's powering the house. So the microgrids are really efficient software and really efficient hardware. Um, so like I said, they use that to mine Bitcoin. Um, so yeah, so this would be another company that would be kind of in a whole carbon neutral climate change type of area because they also have the focus on microgrids along with the Bitcoin mining. So um, back to Energy Web. They have this thing called Edge, which we missed that. Energy Demand and Generation Exchange. It's a joint project with AEMO, Australia's national energy market operator, to better balance the electrical grid as it copes with the surge in deployment of distributed energy resources such as rooftop solar and batteries. So there's that too. So pretty cool. And again, here are some of their partners. Notable partner includes Filecoin there. Of course, we already said that, and Vodafone's really big. Um, Google, of course, and just tons of cool partners here. Volkswagen, that's huge. So tons of cool partners here. And we got this occultic owl looking thing, which I'm not sure who that is, but so we got that with these guys. Now, another one we want to look at is Power Ledger. Now, Power Ledger was one of the ones that the SEC kind of fakely came after. They were one of 9, including a coin we talk about called LCX. If we look at Power Ledger, they also have a decently low supply, not as low as Energy Web, only 1 billion here. They're at 20 cents right now. They were as high as 180, I believe. Yep, 180, and they've been around since the time before the last, halving. So they've been around since 2017. They were as high as 180 over here, and they got up to around 80 cents here, which is really surprising. I would think that they would get up to more than that because Trump did focus in this area, or I guess this is after Trump, so this is Biden. Um, there, I guess there wasn't any focus really here on the solar type of stuff yet, really yet. But like I just mentioned, and we looked at here, FEMA having like 2.3 billion in funds for stuff like that. Um, we could probably see companies like Power Ledger really benefit from that. So um, if we look at the next Bitcoin halving, somewhere between 80 cents and 180 is what we can expect for this, which would be, let's just say, a dollar or $1.20. From there, it's like a 5x. And if we go look at these guys, okay, so they already had an investment from Shanghai Capital, Dr. Bill Tai, which I recognize that name. Let me go over here and take a look here. I recognize that name. I think he's on the board for one of these companies. Okay, not this one. Okay, he's also on the board for Power Ledger. Um, yeah, so seems like they also have a ton of different clients. Um, OP Properties in Australia, they've they have like an apartment complex that seems to be power safe. Tata Power in India seems like they have a whole bunch of solar PV systems there. Also, a water supply green energy company here in France, and they're powered also here with a Thai peer-to-peer energy group here. So pretty cool. But again, whole tracking and verifying of 24/7 carbon-free energy purchases. I'm sorry, I'm trying not to have my whole skepticism of the whole carbon-free thing. I can't I cannot support the whole carbon credit thing, which is something that I think that Energy Web and Power Ledger are kind of going to bring in. But I hope it's never something that they have for citizens because they have something in place kind of like that with the ESG, like a social credit score for companies. But I hope it's never to the citizen level because it will essentially double charges from energy, and I don't support that. I really don't support that. So so these two are my top ones. But then we have Dovu, which one of the listeners brought us. Um, Dovu, one of the things I noticed about these guys is they seem to be working with Hedera, and I'm not sure where I read that from. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, sure. We'll accept your cookies. Um, okay, here it is. There. We will offset your carbon footprint. Our marketplace supports carbon capture across the planet. We will use impartial soil scientists to calculate the data and the distributed ledger technology Hedera Hashgraph to verify its authenticity. So we've talked about Hedera again on this channel a lot. And Hedera is like linked up with LCX, who's um, who's a member of the World Economic Forum. So um, you can see that these guys are with big wigs. And Hedera also is linked up with huge companies like Boeing, Google, IBM, all huge like World Economic Forum powers. So when we see a company like Dovu, where is it? Connected with the Hedera hash graph, we know that they're in with really big wig people. They're in with people like IBM, Google, World Economic Forum. Like they're in with big people. So even though Dovu is not ranked as high as Power Ledger or Energy Web Token, it's still one that we should consider and look out for because they're on the Hedera hash graph. So it's really cheap right now. Circulating supply only 1 billion, but there's only like two places you can get this right now, and that's 1inch and Uniswap. So very limited in the places you can get it, but hopefully here with this Ethereum merge, maybe that actually means going on Uniswap and paying for some crypto doesn't really cost you that much. So we'll see here. But maybe this is something you would like to look at because we just saw there the whole Hedera connection. So that's something to just really, really be aware of there. Let's see if we got any questions here. What's up, Sergeant Crypto? What's up, Jan and Hayes? CleanSpark are the tokenizing energy cost payment with their coin for access. No, no, CleanSpark. I'm sorry. I hope that wasn't confusing. CleanSpark is an actual stock, and they actually do mine Bitcoin. Um, a lot of their company goes into mining Bitcoin, but they also have. So as you can see here, they just acquired a turnkey Bitcoin mining facility. They bought a whole bunch of the latest generator miners, but they also do stuff with microgrids. Not sure if they completely dropped doing stuff with microgrids. I don't think that they did, but all of this news is on them doing stuff with Bitcoin miners. Um, but okay, here we go. It does say that they okay. Oh, I just saw. Okay. This segment also offers microgrid energy modeling, energy market communications, and energy management solutions comprising of Impulse and Mvolt, which are control platforms that enable integration and optimization of multiple energy sources. So they do still do the microgrid stuff, but they're focusing on the Bitcoin mining, it seems. So, hope that clears that one up. And then, okay. So, right, okay. And then one thing also I wanted to announce, guys, is that we're gonna do on Friday. We got a collaboration coming up here with Underdog Crypto. Sorry, I don't know what this thing is here. Okay, weren't we just looking at Twitter? Okay, there we go. So, so I want you guys to check this out and see if you guys can make it out. It's going to be on my channel. Dangers of the Metaverse discussion. These are two crypto people I definitely think you guys should check out. Underdog Crypto. He also goes by Underdog Research, and the Professor Infan Akpan, but he also goes by Dr. Akpan. Definitely check these guys out and their channels. Um, but yeah, we're gonna be having a whole discussion on the dangers of the metaverse and like what actually happens if you die in the metaverse. So this is gonna be Friday on my channel. Definitely come and check that out. What's up, Real Talk? What's up, Nerd Up Ink Marv? Oh wow, Algorand upgraded. I'm real high on Algorand. I know they've been real down lately. Um, Again, they're one of the ISO cryptos, one of only a few cryptos that are ISO 20022 regulated. Um, but that's cool if they're even faster. Like they were already one of the fastest ones around. So if they made themselves even faster, that's real cool. But just know that since this is like really a crypto winter, nothing might move it at this point in time right now. But when the next halving happens, 2024, we definitely will see it go back to some $2. I really think, and at that point, say it's at like 25. So what? $2 is 7x, right? From 25 cents. So that's really cool to look at, and not a bad supply at 10 million when you compare it to Hedera and Cardano, who are like over 40 billion. Okay, I meant 10 billion. Sorry. So not a bad supply at 10 billion. I'm definitely high on Algorand, and it's really cool to know they're even faster now. Let's see a couple some news here from them. A little bit of news, but yeah, let me see if we got any more questions out there. And like I said before, I think all of these ISO cryptos are going to be in some way related to CBD, CBDCs, central bank digital currencies. And Algo is one of the ones on that list. And as far as I know, no one else has been added to this list yet. Cardano might make their way on this list. So might ALBT Alliance Block, which we've talked about before. But all of these guys, I believe, will be involved in central bank digital currency. And I've already showed you guys before different types of articles and different types of things where these guys have been connected to central bank digital currencies, especially Ripple, Hedera, and XLM, um, and Quant. But I think Algorand will also be connected to them some way or another. Any other questions, y'all? Got Sergeant Crypto up in here. Okay, what do you guys think about these whole climate change cryptos? Um, I really do think there's another niche here, another sector. This is another sector that we can really take advantage of, um, and we can kind of get here first and build our bags before everything really blows up with them. Blows up as in like they blow up with interest and demand. Um, Again, what do you guys think about the facts that you know Biden Biden is constantly talking climate change and stuff like that, and the fact that these guys were even shouted out by BlackRock. So I think also too, this whole climate change has a little bit of connection to the CBDC cryptos that we were talking about, and keep in mind the other one that was not on this list of ISO cryptos is Cyperium. And remember how we connected these guys to FedNow. Let's see if I can look at it and bring it up. FedNow. Cyperium. Ooh, I can't type today. Let's see if it comes up. Okay. So this is directly from his friend FedNow site where they point out Cyperium. And there's a video here that's it's kind of a little bad. I played that video. Definitely come over to the channel and check out the video I did here. Cyperium working with the Fed. We already talked about the rally being fake, and it was. So yeah, we got a couple videos on here. I've been slacking off on my videos a little bit lately, y'all, but there's definitely a couple over here. eCash and whatnot. I know you guys wanted me to look at that, so I did. Let's see here. There was one other article that was referencing that they were with the Fed now. I want to check that one out. Let me know if you guys have any more questions. Okay, this is from Cyperium themselves. And I love it how they've changed from CBDCs, that word, to instant payments now. Just another way to kind of obfuscate the truth. See, are we live? Okay. So we ain't got no more questions out there from y'all's? If not, I may have to start talking to a few of the Bitcoin mining stocks I like here. Okay. So we'll talk about the Bitcoin mining stocks I like, and if we don't have any more questions, we'll just close up shop a little early today. I'm gonna see if I can bring up my Benzinga Pro without it like freezing up on us. It's not because of Benzinga Pro, it's because of my internet. So there are a few different ones we can look at right quick. I'm gonna get a full list to the Patreons, of course, but there's a couple that we can look at because we just got through talking about Clean Spark. There's a couple others we can look at. Okay. So let's see. Let's look at SDIG right quick. See if it'll come up. Nah, it's looking like it's not gonna move fast enough because of my jacked up internet. Sorry, y'all. Okay, so I guess instant payment sounds like a rebrand. Yeah, that's it, man. It's a rebrand. It's a rebrand of CBDCs because the public, because they have the data, they know we the public kind of don't like CBDCs, and I get into it here a lot with eCash versus CBDCs video. And the maker of eCash, Amari Sachet, he goes into it and he really does a good job. He says, if we don't have cash, Like they can really just with a press of the button just ruin our lives, right? Because if there's ever a social credit score where something said that you don't like that they don't like, they can stop you from having the ability to access cash. And then if you don't have cash, only way you can kind of get goods is like trading your wares or trading your skills, and you know that might not always work out. So that's why I kind of look at cryptos that are not only kind of the CBDC WEF cryptos. I also look for the cryptos like eCash that are kind of sovereign and about the people having the choice over their money type deals, like eCash, like Bitcoin, like privacy tokens. So like stuff like that. Okay, guys, doesn't look like we got that many questions tonight. So, brother's gonna end it up a little early, y'all. Let me know what you think about these climate change cryptos, and yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for coming out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Oh, let's see, might have another question here. Changing language to onboard the uninformed to CBDCs. Yes, that's what it seems like to me. That it always seems to happen that there's like policy creep, right? First, it starts as like, okay, we're doing something for your safety. Uh, oh, nobody's gonna argue about instant payments, so we have instant payments now, right? Okay, now we got CBDCs, and then all of a sudden, social credit score, and all of a sudden, okay, you're saying something I don't like, your money shut off, right? Um, just how like we went from being able to board a plane to like, okay, now you gotta like spend 2 hours and bag it, like getting checked out, to like now you gotta pay for all your baggage, like, you know what I mean. So that's usually how they go when they take away kind of like freedoms, right? It usually starts as something, okay, it's for your own good, then it creeps into like, okay, why I gotta pay for my baggage now? That was included in my ticket. That was included in my plane flight. Okay. Um, yeah, it's crazy. All right, so it doesn't look like we got any more questions, y'all. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Let me just make sure, press the live. All right, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and thank you guys for watching to the end. I really, really, really appreciate it. Come on over to the channel, like and subscribe here, darkhorsewatcher.com, and come over to the Rockfin and just sign up. We talk about kind of more hidden subjects there. And I'll check one more time before I leave. Thank you guys so much for watching.